Hi, my name is Kenya Marcano. I am the World Ocean Day Youth Advisory Council representative for Trinidad and Tobago. Today I am here at the High Seas Alliance BBNJ workshop, and I am here with Mr. Carlon Mendoza, the Climate Policy Advisor for Climate Analytics Caribbean. I will be asking a few questions here today. So first question is, what legal reforms or instruments would be necessary to implement the BBNJ agreement domestically?
Thanks for that question, Kenya. In terms of the institution or implementation of the BBNJ agreement domestically, first we need to see Trinidad and Tobago ratify and sign the BBNJ agreement because it is a very important extension of the UNCLOS, the Law of the Sea Treaty, and it now deals with certain further details of biodiversity and the environmental impact assessments that are needed for the high seas. So first we need to sign and ratify.
Right.
And after that, I think one of the ways we can easily adopt, because we have that distinction in terms of international law and domestic law, one of the easier ways we can do that is by amending our local legislation to have an enacting provision within our environmental management framework or any other relevant legislation, and by amending it and giving it an enacting provision, which would basically incorporate the entire BBNJ agreement as a whole. Mm-hmm. Some countries or some territories within the Caribbean have done that with respect to the Paris Agreement. That's on climate change. So they have just made it as an annex to the already established laws, so that it gives the entire treaty the power of domestic law.
Right. Thank you for that. The second question I have for you, sorry, was it the third question? It's fine. Role can regional legal harmonization play an effective treaty implementation across CARICOM?
I think that's a very important question, because we just heard from this workshop today that the negotiations of the BBNJ treaty, we saw CARICOM negotiate as a bloc, because some islands recognized that their resources or their capacities were very limited. So they found the power in uniting as a bloc to negotiate. And likewise, we can transfer that sort of thinking and mentality, because really and truly within CARICOM, when we are united, we are a strong force.
Right.
And if we are talking about harmonized legislation, we're talking about, one, the implementation and enforcement of this treaty from a regional perspective, not just countries operating in silos, dealing with the high seas in silos, but actually as a region, we now have the opportunity to, one, have regional enforcement, also to benefit from what the economic advantages of this treaty may bring to us as a region. And furthermore, I think it's very important that it doesn't fragment what we already know as different countries' battles or lines in terms of how we treat the high seas. It now brings us together, where we have data sharing, we have capacity building, and all those items I can only see we benefit from having harmonized legislation.
Absolutely.
In terms of the BBNJ.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah.